Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. And, well, good evening actually. I can finally say that instead of good afternoon. 7 o'clock p.m. on the button. It is 7 o'clock exactly, so good evening. And, it's time for Little Caesars. That's what 7 o'clock p.m. is every evening. It's time for Little Caesars. And, I said, why not? Little Caesars has a more limited menu. You know, they have, it's basic. You know, they have the pizza, they have the deep dish pizza, they have the Italian cheese bread, the crazy bread, and wings, and that's pretty much it. And I thought, well, may as well just do a Little Caesars review. And today, the star of the show is not the pizza, not the crazy bread, it's their wings, or as they like to call them, the Caesar wings. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's, well, it's the Caesar wings. Guess nothing more needs to be said or explained. So you get them, you know, bone in. Could see it here. There's a Caesar wing. That's what it looks like. It's, you know, it's, it looks like a standard wing from the outside. Fairly covered in sauce. Got it hot. Buffalo flavor, and then there's, I guess, mild or hot, and I got it hot. And it's also covered in, like, a little peppery seasoning. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had these wings once before, about a year ago, and I thought they were absolutely horrible. You know, it's just how they were. I thought it was disgusting. I was disgusted by it. But I said, well, maybe just the person making them didn't know what they were doing. Because I've had some bad experiences with that particular Little Caesars before anyways. So maybe they'll redeem themselves. Or maybe I'm just going to have to tear them a new one. But whatever it is, we'll find out momentarily. So, Little Caesars, Caesar wings in buffalo hot going in. I know people make fun of how I eat the wings, but I eat them as I eat them. It only matters, you know, that I still get it into my mouth and try it. You know, it doesn't matter how I do it. They did a pretty good job on that. Got it taken care of. With some ease. And, we'll just try one more wing, or at least, here, we'll get this. We tried, like, the standard wing, now we'll try the little mini drumstick there. Good enough. Let's make sure they're looking clean and spiffy. Good enough. All right, Caesar wings. Were they just flying away with flavor? I was gonna try to be creative and say something, but I just didn't have it. Well, they weren't as bad as the last time, but they're not good. They aren't. I really want to rail them on something right now, but I'm gonna wait a minute or two. We're gonna talk about what the chicken itself tastes like, and then I'm gonna get to what I really want to say. The chicken was, not how most wings should be. When you bite a wing, right, you expect it to be, the chicken to be, of course, very tender, juicy, as most places specialize and do it with. You expect the meat to slide off the bone with ease. and to just really kind of melt in your mouth. You know, to have a, you know, just a real juicy, you know, piece of chicken meat there, and then having also an emphasis on the sauce. Well, you bite in here, and yes, you can get it off the bone when you pry it off with your teeth, but the meat is chewy, and I think that's a bit odd for a chicken. You know, when you bite in, every wing I've ever had, for the most part, from a reputable establishment, the meat's very soft and tender. And this, you bite in, the meat is chewy. Well, that's a bit off, isn't it? So, alright, the chicken is just chewy, it's dry, and rather flavorless. So that's off in itself. Secondly now, and this is what I really want to get to, the pepper coating on the chicken. I know what they're trying to do here. They want to say, well, we're Little Caesars, and we're better than your wing place, because we put pepper on it, and no one else does. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, say, we have this tinge of originality here, and, you know, look, we season this with pepper, no one else does it, and it works. Well, sorry to say this about Little Caesars, but it doesn't work, okay? Fact of the matter is, when you get wings, and you get all this pepper on it, and then you put hot sauce on it, it just doesn't go. Alright? There's a difference, of course, between if someone really wants to get on my case, they could say, yeah, but, you know, hot peppers, you know. But there's a difference between the standard black pepper that you have at a dinner table and, you know, say a habanero pepper. There's a difference between the two. It's like they're in the kitchen and someone just knocked over the pepper shaker, put it on the chicken by accident, and just too lazy to make another batch. Just send it to him, he won't realize it. And that's just what it seems to me like it is. It just doesn't go. It's two very conflicting flavors. You bite in, you do get a little bit of a spiciness from the sauce, but then you get this very odd pepper taste that just seems so off, like it doesn't even belong there. It doesn't help the chicken in any way. Doesn't contribute any positive flavors. It just seems like it's like they put pepper on it because they didn't know what else to put on it. Not like such a thing as salt exists or anything. So it just seems very off to me. I know it's their signature thing. I know it's what they do. But it just seems very off to me. And that's what that is. You know. So, we got that. The sauce itself, again, as I said, is a little bit spicy. But, I mean, just putting hot sauce on a piece of garbage doesn't make it any better. You know? You can dress something up, you can make it look all nice, but if it's still a piece of garbage, that's just what it is. It doesn't change it in any way. So just still disappointing. A little bit better than what I had the last time, but still not good by any means. I just recommend skipping the wings overall, saving yourself some money, and just going with the crazy bread, which at least I got here, thankfully. It was $5.98, just down the frickin' toilet. Just a waste of money. I mean, maybe I'll eat another wing or something later if I'm hungry for it, but it's not going to be a particularly enjoyable experience. You know, so I don't recommend going with their wings. Alright, I don't. You know, so for the value, not worth it. The taste is a bit off, and the pepper really just doesn't do it any justice at all. So out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, what am I going to be rating the flavored wings, or the Caesar wings as they call them? I'm just going to have to give these wings just disappointing overall. Really, if they want to change it, just completely just redo it, get better quality chicken, don't put the pepper on it, and even that'll help, but you know, right now it's just an overall loss in that regard. So out of 10, I'm just going to have to give this a 4.7 out of 10. Don't recommend it, you know, heck, just don't even bother with it. You know, just go get some breadsticks, some crazy bread, even the Italian cheese bread, and you'll be far more satisfied than you would be with the wings. That's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. This is Running an Empty Food Review. Do take care.